Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. Welcome back to Valorant News, and Champions is officially over. Acend have been crowned the victors in incredible fashion. Lots to dive into today. Some reaction to this tournament, but also some Rostermania stuff already starting to kick off after the tournament concludes. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting the like button is the best thing you can do to help this channel reach new people. And please consider subscribing as well if you have not yet already. First of all, this from Valor leaks yesterday, new agent teaser. So it seems like relatively soon another agent is going to come into the game. Chamber, we didn't get to see played at Champions because, well, the kind of delays and stuff like this, like it would have changed up the meta maybe too much ahead of the event. That's going to come in though certainly for next year. And then another champion potentially coming in as well. I go fast is apparently what's going on here, which maybe means that it could be some sort of Jett counter. I don't really know. But Jett right now obviously in a very strong position in the game. Like the highest pick rate I'm pretty sure of any agent at the championship, at the world championship. Therefore, like, you know, are they going to make some tweaks to Jett, or also are they going to add another agent that could potentially be used in a similar way? It's tough to say. I'm sure many changes to come here that you guys are going to want to hit the subscribe button for to make sure you do not miss. This also on the Rostermania front I thought was kind of crazy from Unbox Official. Just a few days ago they signed Harmful up to their team. They had a trial period with him, everything seemed to be going okay, they signed him to the team, and now according to this article, some of the people on the team, like some of the teammates or some of the ownership, the management group, feels that somewhat uncomfortable with Harmful on the team for some reason or another. Not sure why this is a problem that they couldn't have figured out during the trial period, but after about 3 days of having Harmful on the team, they get rid of him and they'll have not dropped him off the team. As he says, you know, looking for a team, I'm now a free agent. So I'm not sure what is going on here, to be honest, what's going on with Unbox. They've definitely been catching some flack for this, as Vanity says right here, Unbox management, like what's going on here? Like clowns that should lose their jobs, he says, like not particularly happy with the way that Unbox are running this type of stuff and getting rid of Harmful just a few days after they sign him. So remarkable situation, to be honest. Not sure why this is going on. If I hear any more on this, I'll definitely talk about it over the coming days, because kind of crazy. Definitely some rumors about Unbox maybe not being the greatest organization in the world, especially as a result of this type of situation. Maybe an official statement will come out sooner rather than later. This is also from Zachary, of course, who was formerly of the FaZe Clan team. There was some talk as to whether he's going to stay on the roster, whether they're going to go in a different direction. Officially then does confirm yesterday decided to part ways with FaZe. Both parties had a different vision. I decided this was for the best going forwards. Still under contract with them, so a restricted free agent. Sentinel smokes this type of stuff, contact me, all that good stuff. So yeah, Zachary looking for a different direction. There also has been some rumors about the next FaZe team that probably we will talk about tomorrow, because plenty other things to discuss today, of course, with the craziness that was the final up to Champions last night. So let's dive into things then. Acend versus Gambit. So much build up to this matchup, to be honest, because I mean, like the viewership was crazy. I'm pretty sure it got like 1.1 mil, something along those lines, just at the end of the tournament. Like it definitely just about eclipsed the crew matchup that we saw previously as well. Crew versus Gambit was also kind of crazy, but a Gambit just about got over the line in this one. Now this time it looked like it was going to be a similar story, to be honest. But I mean, look, game one of Breeze was really interesting. I'm not sure if this map is always this defensive sided, but lately it certainly has been. Acend have a really good CT side early on, and then it's just the Nat show, to be honest. Like this guy was turning up incredibly today. He like it's kind of been Chronicle doing most of the carrying so far here in this tournament for Gambit, but Nat's like when he was required to show up big here in the grand finals, he went absolutely off on the main stage. Like some of the rounds that he pulled out here on the defense, like he would basically just get 3 every single round. It was just absurd, and there was nothing Acend could seem to do to get into the bomb sites. And I mean, as Ethan says, Breeze is such a terrible map. Like it just seems to be so difficult at times for the offense to actually pull all that much off on this map. And I mean, yeah, defense on both sides was just dominating things. As TenZ says as well, though, it's not necessarily just because the map is heavily for defense, but it's also the Gambit in general. Their defense side goes absolutely crazy, especially on this map, Breeze in particular. So map 1, they bring the comeback, they win it all the way, like so many rounds in a row for Gambit to take the entire map. And that really felt like another classic situation for Gambit. The back to against the wall, they make a crazy comeback, they win the game, they take down Acend. But Acend worked well, far from out of the tournament. It goes to game 2 here on Ascent, and I mean, yeah, Acend with this one, right, kind of classic stuff. But I mean, yeah, 10-5 it goes at this point to Acend get to the double digits. And yeah, I was really impressed, to be honest, with the way they bounced back in this. There was a load of back and forth between all these teams at times, and yeah, just at the end of the day, Gambit didn't quite have enough to hold on. Nats couldn't quite win this clutch, even though it'd pretty much been winning everything else up until that point. So yes, Acend win the game 2. It gets tied up 1-1. We go to Fracture. Now Fracture is just Nats and Chronicles playground, it seems. The statistics, especially from Nats on this game, were ridiculous. Nats on Fracture went 26-3, I believe. He started off 13-0. He then goes 16-0, then 17-0. I'm pretty sure. Like he was just they couldn't kill him at all. It was just completely ridiculous what he was pulling pulling off on this map. Like, there was no way Acend were possibly getting through it. It ends up 13-3 in the matchup. So, okay, Fracture goes heavily in favor of Gambit. And this is where I really credit the mental fortitude of Acend. Because to get demolished like that by Nats & Co. and then to have to go into a game 4 and bounce back in the series after getting completely outclassed, that's not too easy to do. But they do manage it on the next map, and this was Icebox. This was honestly an incredible game though, because early on it was very much back and forth. It goes all the way to overtime. Gambit bring it back. They have a nice start to the second half. Pretty sure the first half was 7-5 in favor of Acend. Then Gambit bring it back a few rounds in a row. They go up 12-11 at one point, and then it gets pulled all the way back into overtime by the Acend guys, and then Acend win the next 2 rounds to take them at 14-12 and confirm a final map in this series going all the way to game 5. They were only a couple of rounds away. That, like, there was one round they had that was a championship point for Gambit. If they'd have won that round, that would have been game over, tournament done and dusted. But Acend stay alive, and they take it all the way to the game 5 on split. And this is where everything seems to be decided right now. And this, again, Acend, after getting demolished on Fracture, just to bring it back like this and have a dominant performance was incredibly impressive. Now, Gambit here, like, this is a huge round for them. It really felt like they went down 7-2 kind of quickly here. And this is where the Gambit of old have to show themselves once again. Can they pull off another crazy comeback in a game like this to make it happen? And it seemed like they kind of started that trajectory, but it doesn't happen in the end. Acend get overline on this final map, and what a series it was. So much to be said for both of these teams. Incredible competition all across the park. But Acend, after that crazy first series they had against Vivo Keys, and the drama about that one and the forfeit and everything, people were saying, okay, Vivo Keys, better team, like they would have made it further in the tournament. Acend came to a new level, honestly, when they got to the playoffs here. And Gambit, despite putting up a crazy fight, it's Acend that win the tournament. All the drama before the tournament, even with cNed, if he was even going to be there, with the whole like Turkish Twitch money laundering scandal type thing going on that maybe is still in progress. I'm not really sure what's happening on that front. But these guys don't care, of course. They win the World Championship. The first ever champions in Valorant are going to be Acend Club. So what a story, honestly, for these guys. Definitely not an expected one coming into the tournament, but they really showed up massively the last couple of matches of this tournament. And yeah, just the fortitude they showed to win a series like this against Gambit. And of course, feel bad for the Gambit guys, but I mean, yeah, what a performance really from these fellas. Like, I don't think many people predicted this really coming into the tournament, that it'd be Acend Club winning the entire thing at champions here, taking out Gambit. Of course, Liquid fall short as well in the previous round. They dominated Liquid. Gambit put up a much stronger resistance than Liquid did, but in the end, it was these guys that walked away with it regardless. GG's, what a battle, and frankly, an incredible tournament at the end of it. Just to run through then kind of the overall series scoreboard, because a 3-2 right here. This was the Icebox that was crazy, but we can go through each of the maps individually. 13-11 it ended up for Gambit map 1. As you can see, all the rounds they won in a row here to bring a crazy comeback on map 1 Breeze. Like, their defense side just seems to be so solid on this map. Acend goes the way of Acend though. That's a 13-7, a very comfortable one for them at the end of it. Then Fracture, as you can see, this was completely ridiculous. Nuts goes 26-3, plus 23, 250 almost ADR, like a completely ridiculous scoreline. The offense was just absurd on the Fracture front. These guys could not be touched. But then Icebox goes the other way. Acend bounce back right back. I mean, that's their pick as well. I guess that's what kind of helped them keep their head in the game. They win the overtime here as well, 14-12. But there was this one particular round 24 that if Gambit won, they would have walked away with the entire tournament. It does not happen. And then split goes 13-8 at the end of it. At one point, Gambit brought it all the way back to 8-9 in, of course, Acend's favor. But yes, Acend walk away with it at the end. And what a performance. The overall series score was 83 kills for Starks. I mean, cNed right here as well. Zeke, of course, monster performance from him. And Kyle's got completely demolished on the Fracture. But, didn't have the greatest performance on the other maps as well. But he won't care, of course. Nats and Chronicle combining, of course, for a lot of kills right here. But, I mean, yeah, it just wasn't enough at the end of it. What an incredible tournament. As Dephh says, he was also a monster this tournament for Gambit. Lost 2-3 versus Acend. Heartbroken. Nothing to say. Sorry, everyone. It's so painful to lose like this. Good journey of the year. Tilted AF right now, and understandably. But, I'm sure they will bounce back going into next year as well. And as Nat said, it's so sad to leave Berlin without a trophy. But Acend Club was just straight up better today. GG's. Thanks to everyone for supporting me and my team. Love all of you guys. So, yeah, what a tournament from all these fellas. Congratulations to Acend Club. Loads of people getting in on the act, understandably so. And, well, many things to discuss, I'm sure, here in the coming days as well. Very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hitting that like button tells the YouTube gods this is a good video. I just like you should see it as well. And I've grown the competitive Valorant community. Thank you for watching as always. Take care. And I will see you next time.